Hello everyone and welcome to episode 31 of the WMMA 5 series here on the channel. It's a modern day UFC save as it is the fight night that's happening in Utah here as far as to end out the month of September. Thiago Santos taking on Jacare Souza as that's going to be a fun 205 fight. As far as I think stylistically that's going to blend very, very well. Hopefully Jacare Souza has a better performance than he did in real life when he was main eventing a fight night in Utah. And then we also have Jared Cannonier. It's Ian Heinzich as far as a 185 fight on the co-main. And then we have Sajara Eubanks against Juliana Pena in a women's bantamweight contest and a heavyweight contest. Justin Willis taking on Shamil Abdurakhimov, rather, as far as with that contest. Shamil giving up at least 10 pounds, and Leonardo Santos taking on Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez to kick off the fight night. As for the main event, Thiago Santos, Jacare Souza, they're two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. And it's 20th for Thiago Santos, 22nd for Jacare Souza. It's kind of crazy. I think that they're ranked that high in the world. Jacare is the favorite, too, which is pretty wild. Two Brazilians battling it out. Jacare Souza, more obviously the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu grappler of the two. Thiago Santos, Muay Thai background. A little bit better of a stand-up guy, but it's going to be a really good fight, though. I'm excited to see how that plays out. So I think that can go either way. I think it's very, very close. And for Jared, the Killer Gorilla Cannonier and Ian, the Hurricane Heinzich, this is another close fight. In my opinion, Cannonier obviously turns into a top 5 middleweight. I think kind of where his career trajectory was at the time, in 2020, it was a lot of kind of unknowns, even though it looked like he'd found his division, and at the end of 2019, we gave him Rob Whittaker, which was a very, very tough fight for him to have, as far as his, started at heavyweight, went to light heavyweight, and found his path in middleweight, obviously. I'm excited to see what he can do at middleweight as far as throughout this save. Of course, an Anchorage, Alaska native, which, God, I could think on like one hand the amount of Alaskan fighters there have been. Was Sam Hoger, or whatever his name was. He was a tough one guy. Great, I'm blanking it. But, yeah, if you know, you know. But as far as just because I'm blanking on the name, you know, if you know. But Jared Cannonier has a pretty good chance, I think, against Ian here. As far as Ian is the favorite, he's 8th in the middleweight as far as in the rankings in the UFC, but 12th in the world as a Parker, Colorado native. So a pretty close fight for him. As is with him coming in off of a win over Tom Breeze is pretty huge. He won by unanimous decision at 30-27, a couple of 29-28s, as that was when he's ranked 15th. As far as with Tom Breeze, I believe he was not ranked. So, kind of wanted to think that his only win was against a non-ranked guy, and you have somebody who's coming in who lost to, obviously, Robert Whittaker, but still a very, very tough, ranked opponent. So, I would say Cannonier is the favorite, in my opinion. We'll see if that will end up being correct. As Sajara Eubanks, as Sarge, is 4-4 in the UFC, or just 4-4 overall, rather. Is 2-2 in the UFC. Juliana Pena 9-3, 5-1 in the UFC. Heavy favorite that she was supposed to face Jermaine Durandamy, rather, at this card, but Durandamy got hurt. So as far as Eubanks, a relatively fast replacement. It's crazy that Juliana Pena hasn't fought in a couple of years, so this is her first fight back. Still 31, still got a lot of years ahead of her. And, we'll see what she can do, obviously, against Eubanks on the return to the octagon. As Justin Willis and Shamil Abdurakhimov, as far as a 20-5 fighter, taking on somebody that's 9-2. Obviously, the fight experience going his way, but he is not the favorite, as Justin Willis is ranked 9th, as Shamil is ranked 10th, so two top 10 heavyweights as far as ranked-wise. Justin Willis, though, at 6'3", he beat Jared Roseholt. He knocked him out in the first round in his last fight. Crazy, he fought Curtis Blades. He's beaten Mark Hunt in the past, so he's fought some, as far as on a good little path as of late. As far as he's fought some pretty tough guys. Because Jared was ranked really high, actually. Yeah, he was in the PFL as far as that fight. Jared had fought in the UFC in the past, so as far as going from the PFL now back to the UFC is, makes a lot of sense for him. As far as I think that he, as far as he's a big puncher. He's got good cardio, pretty good size. 6'3". We'll see how he does though. Because Shamil's a very, very tough opponent for him. Veteran for sure, 20-5. He's 10th in the world at heavyweight, 9th. And he's also lost to Curtis Blades, but he's also fought Derek Lewis. He beat Walt Harris by split decision, and he beat Marcin Tybura. Finished him last year, which is pretty shocking. We'll see how he does as far as as far as fighting some pretty top heavyweights recently. Both men, fought some very, very tough talent in the heavyweight division before this fight, so this should be a great kind of test for both men. In our opening contest on the main card, Leonardo Santos, Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez. Of course, Rodriguez, 12-1, ends up being a pretty formidable fighter as far as with in the welterweight division. He's 25th right now in the world, 19th in UFC. He's making his return as far as he fought at the fight night that was Anthony Smith and Glover Teixeira back in April. She won in the third round. And this is a tough fight for him, though. Leonardo Santos, tough veteran. He's not ranked, but 6-1-1 is a very, very good record in the UFC. And he's beaten Stephen Ray, Kevin Lee, Tony Martin. He's beaten some tough opponents. And as far as he's finished a lot of them too. He knocked out Kevin Lee, first round finish back in 2015. And that was at the Aldo McGregor card back in 2015. So obviously, maybe those prime years are definitely behind him. And we saw in his first loss, not only in his first fight in the save was a loss, but just his first loss in the UFC, coming back in February, he got 30-27. It's not great. But he's still got some time. He's 35. If he can beat somebody like D-Rod, I'd be very, very impressed. But it's going to be a tough fight. For sure. There's a lot of tough fights. All those main card fights, really, besides the Pena fight, which even then, that's a short notice fight. I would say anything can happen on those short notice fights. But I think it's going to be a pretty fun main card, especially for a fight night. As for our main event in the prelim, Julia, the Raging Panda, Villa taking on Penny Banzai Kianzad as with the Swedish native against the Oklahoma City native. Julia is the favorite at -210. They're both outside the the top 10, and for Banzai there, she is outside the top 15. So as far as Penny, she's got a big opportunity for her. As far as with this perspective, she beats Jessica Rose Clark last year, and then she's had a couple of losses already. So she's 1-2 in the UFC. Not a great record so far, but we'll see what she can do. Mainly with her, Iran descent. Huh, yeah, that makes sense. I guess I could tell from the features. It's a solid boxer. Really, I think her stand-up is going to be great for her. And it's crazy that Julia Villa, she was a geologist before this, and now, I would say probably full-time now, taking as far as fighting seriously. But, 32 when you're at that age starting, without really any type of fight background beforehand, it's kind of wild. But the women's division, it's a little different. There's a lot of people that get into it, whether it's, for a fitness thing, or rather it's a self-defense thing, and then finding out they're actually really good, and it ends up turning into a career. That's, obviously that's Angela Hill. She took it, I think she took a kickboxing class. I think it was a Muay Thai class, but I'm pretty sure it was a kickboxing class when she was in college, and she had, not done, any type of sports or anything, and she ended up being, she's, in the record books for some of the the longest fights, most strikes thrown. I think also most strikes landed. She's got all these records as far as for I think not only just her division, but I think in general as far as women's MMA and the UFC, as far as in that regard. But that's going to be interesting. Main event: Court McGee against Alexander the Thunder of the North, Yakovlev. As far as Court McGee is the favorite, as two veterans. Court McGee more known for rather, as far as being a part of the Ultimate Fighter. They had the Liddell. I want to say that was Tito, and then Tito ended up dropping out. Yeah, that was that year. Yeah, that was to think he'd been in the UFC pretty much since that time. We did the Matt Brown fight early, so obviously when it happened in real life, it was like, God damn, because Matt Brown dropped him. It was pretty awesome. It's crazy to think he's beaten Robert Whittaker, and that was of course by split decision. He's fought a lot of tough welterweights in as far as a middleweight for Robert Whittaker and Sean Strickland. With him, obviously he ends up retiring pretty, what was it, 2022, I want to say, was when he retired. But yeah, as far as, he's up there in experience and in fights. He's 8-9 right now. If he doesn't retire, he'll be gone just from, his last win was October 2018, and he's, as far as, God bless him, but he's out of his last 6 fights, he's lost 5 of them. Just not great. And if he loses here, then that would be as far as he's lost 6 of his last 7, so that would just not be great at all. Hopefully he puts on a good performance for his sake. As for Alexander Yakovlev, just a wild build at 6'1" to being a welterweight. As a Russian fighter that doesn't have a lot of great, he's a sambo guy, but he crazy beat Paul Daly. That was, I think that was in Strikeforce, because I vaguely remember that. Debuted against Damian Maia was a tough fight in your debut. Beat Gray Maynard, but then fought Kamaru Usman, fought Zach Cummings as well. He's fought some interesting welterweights, but even so, definitely not like a top echelon welterweight guy. Another guy that, depending on what he does here, if he loses, he's probably gone too. So both guys fighting for their jobs here. It's a little out of incentive for this welterweight contest. We'll see how that plays out. As a 155 fight for Chris Grutzemaker, as far as with him taking on Cassius Clay Collard. As far as Clay Collard ended up going into the PFL, but right now he's 1-3 in the UFC, kind of fighting for a job. As far as Thiago dos Santos, the split decision loss, and Gabriel Benitez, we try not to give guys that have lost by split decision a chance to, as far as letting them retire, getting, letting their contract let go, and plus that he fought Max Holloway too, which is pretty wild. But yeah, hasn't had a fight since September 2015, which is insane, but he's only 27, so that can happen. But he's he's slight underdog. They're both in the minuses, so it's a close fight. As far as for Chris Gritz, as far as he beat Joe Lozon by corner stoppage at the end of the second round. As far as didn't let him go out there in the third, but he fought Davey Ramos and Chaz Skelly. As far as both rear naked choke finishes back in 2017. So both men haven't fought in a couple of years, so it's a good return bout for both guys. We'll see how they do. And Vince Morales against Chris El Guapo Gutierrez, as Gutierrez 14-3-1 kickboxing background. Big underdog though against Vince Vendetta Morales, as Morales 9-4, 1-2 in the UFC, which is kind of crazy. But when you debut against Yadong Song, and he won his previous fight back in May of 2019. That was a decision fight. We must be missing his other fight. So it's 9-4 though. Not the greatest of records, but I think just grappling wise, he has a major advantage over Chris Gutierrez. Chris though, he's on a 2-fight win streak, both winning last year in 2019. Hasn't had a finish though. Couple of split decisions. As far as had one split, both split decisions actually go his way here on his fight record, but we'll see how this one plays out. I think it's going to be an interesting one to see. Vince Morales has a fight camp at the Pit elevated, so we'll see how that plays out. Then our opening contest on the prelim, the heavyweight contest, Greg Hardy versus Daniel Spitz, as 5-3-1, 6-3 for both pro records. Both men have a team rather. Very, very close. This is a very close fight. It's a heavyweight contest, and anything can happen. Both guys hit very, very hard. Really with this one, Daniel Spitz, he's fighting for a job. And, for Greg Hardy, he's also fighting for a job. Because, again, both guys haven't won. At least for, as far as Greg Hardy, he beat Juan Adams, which is not an easy feat anymore. He fought Charlie Lewis Perry in his first fight. It's crazy. He fought Alexander Volkov at one point, which, that is talking about feeding somebody. It's pretty wild. But we'll see how he does. I still want to see the actual fight that happened in real life with him and Bam Bam here on the save. So I'm hoping that's going to be the case. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. As they had two of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world main eventing this card. Thiago Santos 20th, Jacare Sosa 22nd. They're both main eventing for the 5th time in the UFC, and they both have finished through their last 5 opponents. Very, very close. So the broadcast stat picks have a 4-3 Jacare. Yeah, it's going to be a close one, and it's going to be a really, really close fight. Cananius finished 3 of his last 5 opponents, and Ian has won 3 of his last 5 fights by decision. And of course, they're ranked 2 men in the top 15. Looking to potentially jump into the top 10. Ian's got the slight Blurcraft stat picks advantage, 4-3 though, again, very, very close. And then as far as the women's bantamweight contest with Sijara Eubanks and Juliana Pena, the Venezuelan vixen is actually ranked lower than Eubanks, which is kind of wild. Again, Juliana Pena hasn't fought in a couple of years, but she's back, looking to make a big splash and a return to beat somebody like Eubanks. So heavyweight contest on the main card, 2 of the top 10 heavyweights in the world, as Justin Willis 6-inch reach advantage. He's got a significant weight advantage as well. We'll see how he does against a veteran like Shamil. Opening contest on the main card, Leonardo Santos, Daniel D-Rod Rodriguez is Rodriguez heavy favorite, which is, he's got the significant weight advantage for this one. Leonardo Santos more of a lightweight that has transitioned as he's gotten older to welterweight. It's going to be a good win for him if he does get the win for Daniel Rodriguez there. And then Julia, the Raging Panda, Vela, Penny, Banzai, Kianzad, as Julia is the favorite, 6-1, the Black stat pick. She's the higher rank, so it makes sense there. Court, the Crusher McGee against Alexander Thunder of the North. Yokovelv, as far as Court McGee, heavy favorite in that one. Both been fighting for a job. As for the 2 men returning, for the first time in a couple of years, both men, as far as Clay hasn't fought in almost 6 years, and as far as with also Chris as well, he hasn't fought in a couple of years as well. Chris Gritz is the underdog as far as Cassius Clay Collard is the favorite. Very close, so that's going to be a really good fight for both men. And Vince Vendetta Morales against Chris El Guapo Gutierrez, as Morales heavy favorite in this one. It might be a lot closer than what the odds have it. I just think, Morales is that better grappler. We'll see. If Gutierrez catches him with a head kick, you never know. Be over right there. And for Daniel Spitz and Greg Hardy, talk about a fight that could end in an instant. As far as these 2 heavyweights are going to throw hands and probably won't make it out of the first. We'll see. Daniel Spitz, though, was the favorite. But, yeah, Greg Hardy, obviously a former NFL defensive end, is a massive, massive man. But so is Daniel Spitz, 6'7", 245. Wild. A couple of big men throwing some leather here. Mark Goddard's referee, cage side judges. Yeah, Daniel Spitz giving up a couple of pounds there. Greg Hardy's probably fighting around 270, maybe even 280. He's a big fucking dude. And round 1 begins, they start to trade leather right away, but neither fighter can really land anything damaging. Daniel steps into the pocket, rather, and there's a jab and a right cross. Daniel dodges the right hand and counterattacks with a jab and a right cross. Hardy's looking to shoot, that's interesting. Left jab and a right to the body from Daniel Spitz. Hardy now missing the big right punch. Here comes Spitz with a counter. It's a jab and a right hand that nearly fails to connect. This is wild. I'm surprised Hardy's not really throwing a crazy here. There's a jab, a right hand's blocked. Pair of jabs, also connects with the right hand to Spitz. Minute left. Daniel Spitz doing a good job. And there's a nice jab and a straight right. Two jabs and missing on the roundhouse kick to the body, though. Hardy's off target with a left jab. It's a good right hand. Oh, and Daniel Spitz is looking a little unsteady here in out the first round. So there's Greg Hardy's power coming in. Yeah, I mean, he caught him at the end of the round, but really that was Daniel Spitz's round for 4 minutes and 57 seconds. Just not until the end where he caught him. But that was definitely, that would have spooked and shook Daniel Spitz to his core. Coming out of that second round, we'll see how he does, if he wants to still engage with him striking-wise, and he will. And he's cut him underneath the eye. Tries for the jab that misses. There's Daniel with a nice jab and a right hand. Hardy missing on the strike, as it's Daniel Spitz with a jab on the right cross barely misses. Daniel Spitz stepping into the pocket. There's a left jab and a straight right. He's starting to slow down now. Daniel forced the strike exchange. There's a jab in the exchange. Fails to follow with jab and scores with the right cross. Exchange strikes, doesn't produce any damage. As he misses the right hook, it's kind of the great left hook, or great left jab, rather, the good right hook. And now Greg Hardy's starting to slow down. Daniel Spitz still going pretty hard here. Trying for the jab, but misses. Catches Hardy with the right hook. And Spitz doesn't have really the power that he would probably need at this heavyweight division, but he's doing a good job of piecing them up as they're going to check on the cut. It's not a fight ender, so we're back underway. With about 30 seconds left in the round, here comes Daniel Spitz with a counter with a right cross. Jab is wide, then he catches Hardy with a right hook, and that's the end of the second. Obviously, that's Daniel Spitz's round. Yeah, I mean, he's probably going to need a finish for Greg Hardy here. We'll see. Fails to find him with jab and catches from the straight right. 1-2 from Daniel Spitz, left hand. Spitz's corner starting to urge him on now. Let's see what we got as far as Hardy misses the big right hand. Here comes a counter from Daniel Spitz with the attack of the left cross. Another jab and a right cross. Daniel Spitz now is finally getting tired. Maybe looking to ease up a little bit, just trying to coast to end out this fight. But that's a good counter from Daniel Spitz again with a left jab and a solid right. And Hardy just got completely outclassed besides that one time he caught him. And there's Hardy with a jab and a clean right though. And he's looking to grapple. Very odd. And there's a jab and a straight right from Spitz. He reopens that cut and looking for a takedown. Oh, he's got it. It's a single leg. We'll see what Greg Hardy can do on top. And it's not a whole lot. Yeah, he's gassed. Both men are gassed. Not great when you see heavyweight contests get out of the first. As they gave it to Greg Hardy, though, at 10-9. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, 29-28 Daniel. Spitz, 29-28 Hardy. And 29-28 Hardy. So someone gave him, both men probably gave him that first with him rocking him. That's kind of crazy. And the fact they even gave him the third is generous, but I get it, though, at the same time. He had a takedown and he landed more strikes. At least he definitely won that third round. But, man, if you're Daniel Spitz, you gotta be upset with that one. As far as thought he had it for sure. For a guy that, as far as now, that'll be his third straight loss. And, again, it went the distance. I thought that we would have to get rid of him. But, honestly, the way he lost like that, I gotta give him another fight. Yeah, I feel real bad about it. But, man, Greg Hardy, he steals one here in Utah. That's, he thinks he should have been the clear winner, which is pretty wild. But he got a win. Praise the team, an American top team, always very responsible for his fans again on sport him. As Vince Vendetta Morales against Chris El Guapo Gutierrez, as we'll see how he does with the heavy underdog at plus 650. But that has not stopped anyone before. Both fighters step in and strike. Morales was a good one, too. There's Gutierrez with a left jab with a great right hook. So they're swinging early. And both men hitting left crosses now. Gutierrez misses a jab, finds his right cross is blocked. Doesn't connect with the right hand. Does Morales now. Oh, just about lands the head kick, does Morales after the jab. There's a off target with a jab. He scores a great right hook to Gutierrez. Left hand from Morales. Oh, there's the uppercut from Gutierrez. Holy shit, he knocks him down. This is what I'm talking about. Vince Morales did not try and even go for a takedown. Tried to outstrike Chris Gutierrez, and that was a major mistake, and he might be getting finished here. Oh, he overcommitted. Sweeps him. Now they're scrambling here. Gutierrez ends up pulling half guard. He loses out in the scramble, so we'll see what Morales can do. On top, he's got about a minute left. Another scramble. But Gutierrez ends up just losing out in the scramble. There's a slicing elbow, trying for it, but it ends up getting blocked by Gutierrez. Now Gutierrez, again, trying to get something going out of the bottom, but ends up just getting caught in side controls. Obviously, Chris Gutierrez won that round. A tremendous first round, though. And yeah, I mean, Vince Morales, you got to go for a takedown here in the second if you want to win this fight, because you're going to stand up with him. You might get caught again, but they're still swinging. Jab, a miss of the right hand as Morales. There's a great right hook from Gutierrez. Looks like he cracked his jaw with that one. Now he's fighting with a cracked jaw, potentially. Gutierrez with a right hand that lands clean on the counter. Morales with a jab and a right cross. So now Gutierrez, he's getting caught with some counters, and there's a stunning right hook from Chris Gutierrez that knocks him out cold in the second. What an upset. Yeah, I mean, this was a shocker that he didn't go for a takedown. Trying to outstrike Chris Gutierrez is not the greatest ideas. And he found out very, very quickly. A tremendous win for Chris Gutierrez. I mean, a heavy underdog, plus 650. That is nuts, but a believable upset, though. I mean, we talked about it. He as far as he had a striker's chance, and for Morales to not even try for a takedown is very, very shocking to see. So next prelim contest, we go to the 155ers as Clay Collard and Chris Gritz here. Steve Mazzagati's a referee. Ringside judges. Collard, though, is the Utah native, so big ovation for him. We'll see how he pulls it off here as he misses with the right cross. Swinging early as Chris counters him with a quick left hook. As far as Clay Collard is looking to force a strike exchange, steps into the pocket here. Connects with a jab, misses on the big head kick, though. And now Chris Gritz now going for the head kick. Both been going for head kicks early. Now scores with a two-punch combination of a sudden flurry, but misses with the right to the ribs. Slipping past the right hook attempt and counters with a jab and a head kick that narrowly misses. Toe-to-toe strikes, neither fighter can really land anything. Now they're trying to meet halfway point of the first round here. There's a nice four-punch combination from Collard. Manages to get a two-punch combination out of a flurry that lands a nice roundhouse kick. Already rocked him with it. Yeah, high right roundhouse kick. Right cross catches Collard but lacked any power. There's a jab that fails on the leg kick attempt. It looks like Collard might survive this round, but he's still got a minute 30 left. See what Chris can do as he's trying to slip past the right hook attempt and attacks with the jab and a right cross. There's a left roundhouse kick to the body from Collard. 1-2 from Chris Gritz. Now they're just going to end out the round standing. Great first round. Obviously, Chris Gritz with the win of the first round with that, rocking him with the head kick. See how Cassius Clay Collard can counter and if he can answer here. As far as he checks the leg kick and counters with a quick left hook, this Chris Gritz. And now Chris with a left hook. Collard, though, with a jab and a right hand. The left hook from Collard. Good right hand from Chris. Now, there's a small gash underneath the eye. Open up on Chris Gritz. They're starting to breathe a little heavier now already. There's a glancing high kick from Chris Gritz off the counter. Looking for another head kick. Counters the right hand with a quick left and a great right hook from Clay Collard. And now there's a left hook from Chris Gritz. Collard with a jab and a right hand taking on the gloves. He's definitely slowing down, though. Chris has got to work on his stamina for sure, because you're getting tired around the halfway point in the second in a 155 weight division. You're going to get caught with some bad stuff like this nice roundhouse kick. And he rocks him with it. And he gets clocked to the right hand, and down he goes hard. Now looking for the finish. Clay Collard, he might get the hometown win, and he does. What a win for Cassius Clay Collard as he gets his big win in his return at 15-7-1. 14-4 for Chris Gritz. I mean, yeah, just if he works on his stamina, he'll be fine. But with that stamina being a big issue, Clay Collard persevered, got the win in the second, answered with a nice comeback. And it was a tough fight as well. It gives a show respect to his opponent. It was a good fight. As Court the Crusher McGee against Alexander the Thunder of the North Yakovlev. As far as pretty close on the betting lines, but the pit elevated. We already saw some pit elevated teammates earlier. Sambo versus wrestler, another Utah native for Court McGee. That we'll see if the Utah natives go for two tonight. Yeah, he gets a big ovation as he enters, as they touch gloves. Exchange strikes doesn't produce anything. McGee's trying to push forward. As Alexander with a counter jab. McGee with a vicious right cross. That knocks him down. Looking to finish the fight early, and it looks like he will. Oh, looking for the armbar now. Interesting. Was really fucking him up with those strikes. I don't know why he went for the armbar. See what he can do. Looking for an arm triangle now. That gets stopped. Yeah, well, they stand him up now. So let's see what happens with 60 seconds left in the round. Alexander with a left hand. Pair of jabs in the right hand from McGee. Jab in exchange. There's 2 left jabs in the right hand that lands hard. And that's the end of the first. Man, Court McGee probably could have got out of there early if he would have just kept on swinging away, but went for the armbar. We'll see what happens in the second as they engage. Obviously, that was Court McGee's round. McGee looking to come forward. There's a jab again from Alexander. There's a jab and a right cross from McGee. Missing with the left hand exchange. Throws him off with the feet. Now there's McGee. There's a jab and a right hand. Stepping into the pocket. 2-punch combination avoided by Alexander. As McGee simply takes the initiative here. There's a crunching right hook now. As he slips past the right hook attempt and attacks with the left jab and a great right hook. Counter left hand from Alexander. And still, McGee's lighting him up. Here's 2 jabs and a beauty of a straight right. Counter jab. 2 left jabs and a right cross from Court McGee. Moving in now into the pocket. Looking to pressure him now. Fails to find his jab rather than catches the right hook. Minute left in the second. It's obviously been McGee's round again because he's been landing a lot of big-time strikes. Doing a really good job striking. There's a jab and a right cross. There's a left hand and a right cross this time from McGee. Brilliant stuff, yeah. I mean, he definitely is up on the scorecards. Alexander is looking like he's going to be out of a job. Let's see what happens in the third. That left jab and a right cross. So Alexander now trying to move in and out of range, trying to tempt him with a strike. There's a jab and a nice straight right hand that lands hard. As McGee's finally getting tired here in the final round. There's 2 left jabs and a straight right that lands hard. Trying to grapple with him now, potentially. Just looking for his chance. But yeah, McGee's still lighting him up with strikes. And here comes a big counter as McGee attacks with a quick left jab, but the big right hand misses. Lands the left jab, misses the vicious right. Right jab, straight right here. Jab, right into the body. Can't connect with the sub strikes that catches him with the right hook, though. Can't connect with the jab again, but another crunching right hook. He's not hitting the setup strikes, but he's landing the big shots. So there's a right cross. About a minute left. And Alexander's time might be up here as we'll see what he can do, if anything. Connects the jab, misses the vicious right hand. Big right hook there, lands left hand, and then a nice right hook on the ribs. Well, Alexander clinched up with him at the final seconds. But it will be a 30-27. Your winner, Court the Crusher McGee. As, he's not going to retire. Alrighty, so yeah, I mean, we're going to keep him around. 20-10 will be his record. Julia Raging Panda Villa against Pani Banzai Kanzad. As, she's the favorite. Very, very close, though. We'll see. As, this might be striker versus grappler as far as in this exchange. We'll see how that plays out, though. As our judges here, fight begins. They touch gloves. Main event in the prelim as well, as far as Banzai now stepping into the pocket. Left hand and the right hand to the body. She's looking a bit tense now, Spinny, so far. So Villa with the off target with the left jab, but lands the right hook. Spinny with a pair of jabs also lands the left hand to the body, rather. Oh, wow, look at the boxer looking for the takedown. Not happening, though. So Villa stops it, but she's got over against the cage. We'll see what she can do. Yep, she's trapped against the cage. As far as Spinny with a quick elbow. Trying to go another quick elbow here. Oh, she does. Another quick elbow strike. Liking this so far. From beneath, Steve Mazzagatti, that's going to separate him. And we're back to the center as Anthony glances at her corner, gives a thumbs up in response. Again, probably should be focused on the fight, but she can't at the right cross. Good have movement here, dodging a couple of quick punches and a quick low kick. Both fighters come together and strike. There's a kick to the lead leg from Avila. There's a left hook from Panini. Minute left. Panisse looking to keep the striking going. Villa with a counter left doesn't connect, though. There's a right hook, though, from Panisse after missing on the setup strikes. Yeah, she definitely won that first round. Good start for the underdog. We'll see what happens in the second. They go toe-to-toe with strikes. Neither fighter can really land anything damaging. There's a Villa with a good counter, though. Slipping past the right hook and attacks with a solid right hand. Villa with a left jab misses the big head kick, though. 1-2 from Panisse. As she finds a good angle, lands the 1-2. Left jab, but the right hand's taking on the gloves. Paired left jabs down, also hits the right hand. Exchange of strikes happens right in the center of the cage, but nothing comes of it, though. They come together and strike. As Panisse with another left jab at a right cross. Jab and a clean right hand from Villa. Counters the roundhouse, missed roundhouse kick with a left hand. Both girls are really countering at a good rate. They're doing a really, really good job so far. As there's a Villa with a missing the right hook. Gets countered with a left jab and a big right hand that just misses, though. Villa with another chance to get countered here. As, yeah, she gets countered with a quick left jab and a right hand that nearly fails to connect. So now Panisse with another counter. Slipping past the right hook and attacks with a jab and a good right hook of her own. Minute left. Oh, Panisse's looking for a takedown. That's a good idea. Try to definitely, kind of take this round. She doesn't get the takedown, but I think she did a little bit more. It was close, though. Yeah, 7-11 on strikes. She did land the power strike to Julia, but they're going to give it to Panisse. Yeah, I mean, this is going to be coming down in the final round. Might be a 30-27. Both fighters come together and engage. Off target with a left jab, but she hits the right cross. Glancing low with a high kick to Villa. Dodging the right hand and counterattacks with a left jab and a left-right hook to the ribs. Yes, steals herself to attack once more. Yeah, she's running desperately out of time. She needs that finish. Panisse's getting tired, though, so this is a great chance for her if she can get it going. She keeps on getting countered, though, as she's left countered with a left hook to the body. Another counter again. Brutal. She's just getting outstruck. She can't really do anything grappling-wise either. At least she hasn't tried to. 2 punches out of her cook flurry. Misses the big right hand. It's 1-2 from Villa. Again, trying to grapple now. I mean, Panisse knows that she's probably won this fight. She doesn't need to get caught. She clinches up with her now. Trying to get some dirty boxing. Yep, some dirty boxing now. She got up against the cage. Short left uppercut now. Quick elbow now. Oh, there's a noticeable gash above the hairline there. Oh, that is not good, though. Yeah, she fucked her up against the cage at the end of the round. 30-27. Wow. Nobody else won with that. All right, well, see some people, I thought you got it right. It felt like that was a 30-27, unless they gave the second round to Julia. But yeah, what a great performance of Panisse. She did a really, really good job. Very, very impressed with her, her dirty boxing, with her, her striking out of the clinch. Just overall, she did a really, really good job. Great counter striker. It's going to be a tough fight. Tough fight for a lot of people at the women's bantamweight side. Because there's not a lot of, there's a lot of bantamweights that kind of have that same kind of stand-up style. But I don't think them, as far as being able to be that size, 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", that's kind of your top bantamweights. Obviously, it still is Amanda Nunes's division. But we'll see how she does against maybe a potential somebody that's in the top 10, as far as her next fight. The opening contest on the main card, D-Rod. Daniel Rodriguez against Leonardo Santos. The favorites in D-Rod, 12-1. Cage-side judges there, as D-Rod's probably fighting around 180, maybe even 185. So Rodriguez moves in on Santos. There's a right jab from Santos and a slithering leg kick. Santos looking at trying to wrestle with him. No surprise there. Right jab and misses the low kick. There's a right jab, but Santos avoids the big left. Santos gets all of them finally, trying to suck him into the guard potentially. Oh no, yep, cannot get. Oh yep, he gets sucked into the guard. Trying to sweep from the bottom now. Oh, and he gets swept. So now, but he scrambles immediately back to his feet to face Santos. So that Rodriguez with 2 right hands and a leg kick. Santos is definitely the better grappler, but Rodriguez is lighting him up striking-wise so far. But dodges the chance on the leg kick, and now he's able to seize up with him with a clinch. Trying to suck him back into the guard again. Yes, he will. Trying to sweep. This time Rodriguez stops him. As, Rodriguez doesn't want to get caught on the bottom. Trying to sweep him again. And he does so. It's a messy elevator sweep, so here comes a scramble opportunity, which Rodriguez just now turtled up on top of him. So there went that. That strategy did not go over well. And now he has a wicked kick to the ribs. Oh my god. Brutal. Rolls over on his back. And, yeah, that's, ends up catching a kick there that time as he pulls Rodriguez in half guard. That was a good job by Santos. I thought he was going to get finished there in the first, but he somehow survives. I mean, I would say that's still Rodriguez's round. I know Santos, it sucks they don't call those takedowns because they sucked them in the guard not once but twice that round. As Rodriguez fails to land on any of the strikes in him with a combination of the slithering low kick. Now he's trying to move in fast and clinch up with him potentially. Yep, he does so. Looking to drag him back down to the clinch, and he does. Trying to sweep, can't do it. Punching down on Rodriguez. He really, instead of trying to sweep, he should try to go for a submission or something. It's not working out because he's getting fucked up by Daniel Rodriguez. There, now he's got him with a couple of short punches inside the head now. But again, another shoulder smash from Rodriguez. Trying to sweep from the bottom. Now he's not budging. Finally, referee's going to stand him up. And oh wow, look at Santos avoiding the big left hand out of the exchange. Good hand speed, though, from Rodriguez. Flurry of 5 punches. All of them land and catch him with the left hook. My God. Lights him up with his boxing. His right jab catches him with a left hook to the body. Right jab doesn't connect on the body kick, though. Santos gets hold of him again. This time he's trying to wrestle him against the cage, but there's not enough time. D-Rod, man, he's lighting him up. Santos needs a finish. Jab lands, big left, finds nothing but air, and that's going to give Santos a chance to clinch up with him. As now he's trying to get him against the cage, but Rodriguez defends it well. Looking to pull him back into the guard. That also gets blocked. As, Rodriguez is looking really good in the third. He's finally getting tired, but he's doing a good job stopping these takedowns. He's keeping it standing, which is definitely his element. Right jab and a straight left. Doesn't connect with the brace jab, scores with the right hook. There's a 3-punch combination out of a sudden flurry that scores a quick kick to the lead leg. Man, D-Rod lighting him up. Flurry of 4 punches. Sees 2 of them land, doesn't hit the leg kick, though. Attacking with intent, Rodriguez scores a couple of punches now. As a flurry of 3 punches, but Santos dodges the leg kick. This comes in fast with 4 quick punches. 4 of them land, then catches Santos with the left hook to the body, and that's the end of the fight. 30-27 for D-Rod there, as everybody was with the unanimous decision on that one. That was a tough break for Leonardo Santos. I mean, this was striker versus grappler, and he had a good idea to get him into the, on the ground. But once he got him down there, he could not do shit with it. So that was just kind of brutal to see that. As far as he wants to Alexei Konechko, that's a big fight. That would, Alexei Konechko, I believe he's main eventing a fight coming up pretty soon, as far as in his next encounter at 170. But yeah, he definitely might be able to get that fight if Alexei Konechko loses. We shall see. It's Justin Buff Willis taking on Shamil Abrek Abdurakhimov. As far as Abdurakhimov, 20-5. Sambo fight against Justin Willis, and as far as all around guys, trains at AKA. He's got a good gas tank on him, especially for somebody that's 6'3", 265. We'll see how he does. Steve Mazzagati's our referee. Cage that judges here. He's probably at least 20 pounds on him. Just Justin Willis is probably fighting around 270. Quick exchange doesn't produce any strikes here. You meet in the center, though. Shamil with a leg kick. And a left cross from Willis. They go toe-to-toe strikes. Neither fighter can really land anything. Left jab doesn't connect the low kick, though. There's a right hand from Willis. Already into the second half of this round. That's pretty wild. There's a jab and a leg kick. Right hook, though, from Shamil. They're starting to light it up a little bit more here. Missing the right hook. Here comes a counter from Justin Willis with a jab and a left hook. As Willis doesn't connect with the left with the leg kick, rather gets countered with a jab and a right cross that just misses. Willis with the right cross. Good right hand from Shamil. Oh, he got eye poked. Oh, I gotta stop that. Yeah, eye poke. And they go toe-to-toe strikes. If I can really land anything, they can make other strikes. Willis counters the right hand with a right jab and a solid left hand now. Jab now, taking on the left hand on the gloves. Off target with 2 jabs, but he connects cleanly with the right hand, does Shamil. Justin Willis with a nice counter. Dodges the right hand and counterattacks the jab and a nice left hook. Pretty close round. As far as both guys landing their power strikes, Justin Willis outstruck him overall. He probably gets the round, which I'm cool with. But that was pretty close. We'll see how the second round starts. As he counters the right hand with a right jab and the left hand that nearly fails to connect. Slipping past the right hook, attempt and attacks with a right jab and the left hand from Willis. Shamil's starting to breathe a little deeper now. As far as he's getting tired, which makes sense. Usually heavyweights are not used to getting to the second round. As Shamil trying to hit the right hand, but he gets absorbed on his opponent's gloves. Misses the left hand as Willis. Starting to slow down now. Brief exchange of fire, but neither fighter can really land anything as he misses the left jab, also has the right hand blocked. There's a leg kick, doesn't make contact. They meet in the center, they start to strike. Shamil misses the right cross. Here comes a counter from Willis. He comes in with a right jab, and the leg kick misses. Interesting that both men are kind of having the same idea. Both men are throwing leg kicks. Both men are going for the big-time strikes. Left hook there from Shamil. Big left hand misses, but he hits the right hand as Willis. Now he counters the right hand with a right hook. Willis with that reach advantage. Looking to do a good job with that so far. But he gets countered here with a quick left jab and a left kick to the rib cage from Shamil. Surprised no Mendes even went for a takedown, as both guys are going for broke here in the second. Shamil misses the big right hand, and it comes Willis with a pair of jabs and a left hand. It's deep breaths there from Shamil. He's starting to get into the deeper ranges of that gas tank as he's trying to find the right cross, but it's blocked. Throws a leg kick, doesn't make contact. They meet in the center. Willis scores with a jab and a quick head kick. Oh my god, there's a right cross though from Shamil. Shamil breathing very, very hard. He got rocked after that head kick now. Regains his senses though after he in time to dodge a vicious overhand left that was coming in that fight for sure. Right cross was blocked from Shamil. Went for another head kick to Justin Willis, but doesn't land that one. Willis slipping past the right hook and attacks with a jab and a left hook that's ducked. That one was definitely 10-9 Willis. Thanks to him, as far as rocking him. But, Shamil might be able to finish him in the third. You never know, but I'd say he's getting pretty tired. Dodging the right hand and counterattacks the kick to the lead leg. There's a right cross, though, from Shamil, but he gets nailed with a left hook as well after a right jab. Willis is starting to finally feel a little fatigue. Missing the right hook, gets kind of a quick kick. Now both fighters fall into a sloppy clinch. Now this is kind of Willis's game, potentially. Oh no, the Sambo fighter has the advantage grappling. But he's still trying to, Shamil just trying to smother him now, trying to keep him from not getting driven back. He's doing a good job with that. And he's actually tired him out because of it. But Willis is still a determined man. He's finally going to bend against the cage. Knees to the thigh. Some dirty boxing now. Another knee inside the thigh. Great job by Justin Willis here. He's doing a really, really good job. Steve Mazzagati's going to separate him with about 30 seconds left. Maybe someone can go for it all here. Just a quick kick to the lead leg. Right cross from Shamil, though. He went for it, but couldn't even rock him. 30-27 again. This time for Justin Willis. His 10th victory. That was, it was weird. I thought they kind of started slow. If they didn't start slow, this probably would have been a much better fight, but it is what it is. It's giving thanks. Justin Willis praises his team at AK as a fair response to all fans who support him as he praises Shamil for the tough fight for his skill and toughness. As far as our next contest, women's bantamweight contest, Jacare, Eubanks, and Juliana Pena. We'll see how Pena does in her return. Minus 400 favorite. The cage judges there, and the fight begins. They touch gloves. Pena coming forward. Jab misses from Eubanks. Right cross there from Pena. Coming forward again, trying to get into the pocket. Jab is wide, catches her with the right hook. And now Pena back into the pocket again. She's doing a good job striking so far. Stalking her now. Counter left hand from Eubanks. Right cross from Pena. She's not landing the setup strike, but now both fighters are swinging and missing here. With about a minute left in the first. Man, both of them swinging and missing. Eubanks with a high kick. Here comes a counter, though, that misses. And it's a couple of jabs followed by a right cross from Pena. She definitely won that round. I don't know if Eubanks even... she landed a couple strikes. But that was... as far as Juliana Pena did a really good job, though. As far as keeping up with that pace and being a great striker and staying in the pocket. If she does it again, it's probably going to be another round for her. Both fighters step in. Oh, there's a... Just about lands that head kick, though. There's Eubanks. She went for it. Gets her opponent to cover up with 2 punches, and then goes downstairs with a leg kick. It's a good little combination. They're not really landing a whole lot, though, here. As far as Pena's back into the pocket. Fails the final over jab, and hits a straight right on Eubanks, though. Eubanks gets countered with a couple of jabs that are followed by a right hook that's avoiding the last possible second. Pena with a left jab. Comes up short on the body kick, though. Jab from Eubanks with the right hand, second on the gloves. Pena coming forward. Counter left hand from Eubanks. Jab and a body kick from Pena. Again, going for that head kick. If it lands, it might be a fight ender, but so far, Pena doing a good job. There's a 1-2 from Pena. Right hand taking on the gloves. 1-2 to end out the round from Juliana Pena. Another 10-9 for Pena. Probably going to be another 30-27. We'll see. As Pena slipping past the right hook attempt with a good jab and a right hook. Left jab as the right hand's over the gloves. Left jab and right cross from Pena. Eubanks misses the right hook, gets countered with a clean right hand. Eubanks now scoring with a jab, doesn't find the mark with the right hook. There's a 1-2 from Pena. My God, as Eubanks with the left jab doesn't find the mark on the right hook. Hits the jab and misses the vicious right hand as Pena. Totally outstruck as Eubanks here. They meet in the center, counters a leg kick with a jab and a kick to the lead leg. Pena misses the big right hand, allowing Eubanks misses the big right hand, allowing Pena to count with a nice left hand. Pena's starting to get tired. As, glaring at Pena. Now, Eubanks is motioning her to come on and attack. So she's wanting to counter, it looks like. Well, she got what she answered for. She got what she asked for, rather. She gets a left hook, left hand from Eubanks. They're going for it. As Eubanks with a jab also lands the low kick. Jab at a clean right hand from Pena. Minute left. Eubanks has got to go for a finish. Went for it. Missed with the right hook. Here comes a counter from Pena with a jab and a solid right hand. 15 seconds here. Eubanks again going for the big right hand, but it's a counter from Pena with a nice left hand and a noticeable gash above the eye of Eubanks. It's a 30-27 for Juliana Pena in her return. I can't believe Nelson Hamilton gave it to Eubanks there at some point. What a round. All the way around performance from Juliana Pena, just striking-wise. Did a really, really good job. Surprised, this really hasn't been... I think we could count on one hand the amount of takedowns that have been shot tonight. Like, this has been the stand-up battle. As she gives the name trick to everyone at Ricardo Almeida. Jiu-Jitsu, all very fair response to all of our friends, family, supporters. Praises Eubanks for the tough fight, though. As our co-main, the Killer Gorilla, Jared Cannonier, and Ian Hurricane Heinzench as -110, +100 for the Killer Gorilla, the underdog. Cage side judges here. Steve Malscotti is just our go-to guy. It seems like touch gloves, they come together and strike. Cannonier with a left jab doesn't find the hook to the body, though. As then Heinzench with a body left body kick, rather. Jesus. Both fighters moving to engage. As Ian is off target with a high kick, leaves himself open for a counter. It's a nice left hand from Cannonier. Oh, there's a vicious right across after the jab as well from Cannonier, and he knocks him down. Cannonier looking to finish the fight here in the first. Couple of big right hands, 2-3 heavy shots here. But Heinzench not only keeping great composure, but he's able to scramble. Holy shit. As he ends up winning out on it. He's got a waist lock. Oh my God, now he's looking to finish the fight. Now he's flattened out. Oh my God. Looking for the rear naked choke. Doesn't get it. What in the world is going on? Blocks at him to roll him off his back, though, and he's got both hooks. Oh, he's blocking the hooks, though. Cannonier's trying to survive. This is crazy. What a turn of events. Can't get the hooks in. I mean, what a round. And now Heinzench looking for the takedown. He's got him. Pulled him down. I mean, fuck, you have to give it to him. Like, that was crazy. Wild. What a round. 10-9. Heinzench, my God. Both fighters being in the center. There's a left hook from Cannonier. There's a nice uppercut after a quick couple of punches. Oh, and he rocked him. Cannonier's in trouble. Regains his composure just in time to dodge the head kick. Jesus, Cannonier back underway. Neither fighter can land a shot. Cannonier's off target with a jab. Also has the right hand taken out on the gloves. Both guys are getting tired now. Both guys are swinging and missing. Here's Heinzench with a dodging of the right hand with a pair of jabs followed by a leg kick. Cannonier's getting tired as well. Yeah, I mean, that was wild that got out of that first round. Heinzench dodges the right hand and counterattacks with a kick to the lead leg. Left hand in the exchange from Heinzench now. Connects the jab to the big right hand as Cannonier. Left jab in the exchange. Oh, there's Cannonier with a straight right, though. Heinzench looking for the takedown. He's got the single leg. He's doing a good job, as far as... And he's got side control, too. Looking to get mount. Oh, he cannot get mount, though, to end out the second. He won that round, too. Man, Cannonier, that's tough. he either, maybe a judge gave him the first, maybe, but he's probably going to need a finish, at this rate. Both fighters come together and strike. Heinzich misses the right cross. Here comes the counter from Cannonier. It's a left jab to right hand that narrowly fails to connect. Oh, man, here's a great right hook as he's off target with a left jab from Cannonier. And Heinzich was a left jab and a right cross. Both fighters step in now. Heinzich with a left jab has the right hand absorbed on the gloves. Misses the left jab but nails the right cross now. Cannonier is still swinging. Jab that hits from Cannonier, but the big right hand misses. Jab and a leg kick from Heinzich. As here comes a counter from Cannonier. It's a left cross. Unreal. Both fighters fall into a clinch. Heinzich, if he gets this takedown, it's over. Yep. Greco-Roman slam. He's got it. He's looking for side control. Oh, but Cannonier's with the scramble. Both fighters are facing each other here. Left jab doesn't connect on the right hand, though. Left jab and a right cross from Heinzich. Jesus, Murphy. They fall into another clinch again. But Heinzich is the better grappler. But Cannonier's trying to get him against the cage. Yep, Heinzich fights it off. Cannonier finally gets him against the cage, but it's over, though. That's the craziest 30-27 ever. Yeah, I'm glad it was 29-28, that was crazy. Cannonier thought he had it in the first. Thought he had it in the third when he got up, though. When he scrambled. That was just a crazy-ass first round. What a fight. As Heinzich, what a comeback. Gives a name check to everyone at Factory X Muay Thai, all of his serious sponsors, all of his friends, family, and supporters. As Ian Heinzich gives the show respect to his opponents. Our main event, though, Thiago Santos against Jacare Souza. Plus 150, minus 150. Mark Otto's referee. Cage side judges, obviously the Brazilians, both at 205, but Thiago Santos fights a little heavier than 205. Jacare more of a middleweight size light heavyweight, as I like to call it. But here we go, they touch gloves. Jacare comes in looking to strike as he fails on a strike combination that ended with an attempted head kick. Missing again with all these strikes, but he catches him with a stunning right hook. Knocked him down. Will we get a finish here in the main event in the first round? Holy shit, Jacare's firing away. Powerful shot for powerful shot, and Mark Otto's going to stop the fight in a minute 10. What a win for Jacare Souza. Great performance for him. Gets a huge win over somebody like Thiago Santos. And he's 41. And he's still knocking fuckers out. And he's looking for that 30th victory now with his 29th year in his career. Things ever connected to XGM, all of his favorite sponsors, all of his friends, family, and supporters. What a fight night, though. As far as the Justin Willis fight, if we would have saw them go down in the first, or if they would have, as far as win all out in the beginning of the first round, we might have had a really, really great card. Because that was really the only bad thing, as far as Court McGee, if he doesn't go for the armbar, goes for the finish in the first round, that would have been great. Hard to believe there's only one finish in the first round, and it was our main event. Yeah, again, that split decision's crazy. Poor Daniel Spitz, he got robbed. Definitely going to give him something, performance bonus, for that one. Speaking of performance bonuses, though, where is... Ian. Ian's going to get one. Jacare's going to get one. Damn, they're not even going to get... Chris Gutierrez for sure, for his performance. Yeah, we'll give one to Clay as well. Yeah, I thought about Panini. I thought about it. Yeah, why not? Hell of a show. Let's be generous with these bonuses. Yeah, we still made $2.5 million. So we were fine with that. Yeah, we made more just off of ads and subscriptions. The gate itself covered, the fighters pay, so that's great. Actually, the fighters pay plus the drug testing plus the production. So that's the production was a little, it was close, but that basically we just made out with our subscription and our sponsorship money and our merchandise. So all around, what a show! Some great stuff for that fight night for this episode. And now we're going to October, as we just have a couple more months left of 2020. And we'll see how the next episode plays out. We'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.